How you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. And I'll say once again, thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. And in return, I created a Discord for everyone to join. We're not just going to be a fan Discord for my channel. I want to make a community hub for all art, creativity, and I want everyone to teach each other how to build, how to create in all games, Unreal Engine, Fortnite, who knows, maybe Minecraft, just anything where all relates to creativity, art, and building. Like I said, not just like a fan Discord for my channel, because that's kind of corny in my opinion. I want to have some actual use for it. Once again, then, thank you for all the subscribers, everything. I appreciate all the love and support. The official Discord link will be in the description, so make sure to join. I'm giving out an OG role to everyone that joins. Hopefully in the future, once we get more popularity, I'm going to host events and maybe some little challenges for everyone. And if you have the OG role, might have little sneak peeks of videos before I post, other special perks. But yeah, make sure to join. We have a great community so far. I got a couple people in here and they're actually pretty active, and we're all learning and teaching each other new things. But yeah, once again, check the description for the Discord link, and let's get right into the video. All right, so to start off, we're gonna be using Blender since it is a free and very popular 3D software that a lot of people use. So there's two ways you could get Blender. You can just go to their website and download their latest version, or you can get it on Steam. Steam is free. Just log into your account and download it, and you're good. And now you can see how many hours you wasted on Blender. I personally use Blender on Steam because it auto updates the newest version. As you see here, you might have to download all the new versions and everything through the website. But yeah, so we're gonna hop into Blender and then we'll show you how to create something there, and then we'll go bring that exact model you make into Unreal Editor. Okay, so once we're in Blender, we're gonna go over some basic controls, and we're not gonna worry about proper scaling to export into Unreal. I'm just gonna show you guys the general way how to get objects from Blender into Unreal. So when you're making video game assets, you don't need a camera and you don't need lighting, unless you're trying to make a portfolio piece, but that's a whole nother video on its own. So here we have our cube, and to navigate, you will hold your middle mouse button to move around, and hold middle mouse and shift to move around. So this is just like moving your camera around a single object, like orbiting, and this is like panning around. And to zoom in, scroll in and out of your middle mouse button. So we're gonna do some very simple controls here. We're going to click tab, and this opens up your edit menu. Now everything is made up of vertexes, edges, and faces. Vertexes are these little dots that make up an edge. 2 vertexes make up an edge, and then 4 edges make up a face. Everything in games are made up of quads, and then those quads are eventually turned into triangles. Triangles are just easier in general to calculate within the game engine, so the game engines do that automatically for you. So if you make everything in quads, it will go into triangles and you'll be fine. So you don't need to worry about that. So we're gonna make a very simple object that we could just make and export into Unreal. Now, the shortcuts for vertex, edge, and face are the 1, 2, and 3 keys. And face select is one of the really important ones we use a lot. So we're gonna make this weird little shape here. And the first key we're gonna learn is I, which inserts the face. And then E, extrude. Those are probably the one of those really important buttons that we're gonna learn. We're gonna go over some more right now. We're gonna do S to scale it in. And we're gonna do I again to insert, and E, that's to scale. And let's do it on the side right here. So click the face, I, E, scale, I, E, scale. As you can tell by the keys, I, insert, E, extrude, S to scale, the first letter is the button. Only thing is that to move your object is actually G, not M. It's kind of confusing. M moves to a collection, don't ask me why. So G is to move your entire object, but when you're making game assets, you want everything to stay in the middle. You do not want to have it over here, because if you click N to open up the little transform bar, you'll see that the location is all messed up and you just don't want to worry about that. So Control Z to undo and leave everything in the center. So I'm going to make this little shape again around every single edge. So click the face, I, E, S, I, E, S. So there you go. Now there's easier ways to do this. You could just save this as a collection and duplicate it or mirror it to the other side, but we're not getting into all that right now. So I'm going to finish the shape, but instead of you guys just following me, I want you guys to do it on your own and then come back to me when you're done. Okay, so I'm done. The shape is very unproportionate and very awkward, so don't worry about that. It still looks kind of cool though. You can make this like a little mine or something, maybe like a pickup, or I don't know, do whatever you want. Cool little shape. So once this is done, you want to click on it and you want to go to File, Export, FBX. So you want to make a folder where you keep all your files, I have this run test one that I use for a bunch of videos, and you want to save it. So let's do UEFN weird shape test. So once you have it selected, you want to go over to this right panel. You want to click on mesh because that's where we're exporting, not a camera, not armature. And you want to go down to bake animation, unclick that because we're not baking an animation, there's no animation. Go to geometry and do face, and then export. Now, once you're in Unreal, you want to open your content drawer with control space. And here's another test I was doing. And what I did is I made a folder for all my meshes. So right click and new folder and name it meshes. So now you want to go into here and you want to find where you saved that FBX file. And then you just want to drag it in. Unreal does all the work. And then you want to click import all. Will import the material that you put on it and just the object. But we're not worrying about materials. We're going to import the basic shape. So we're going to do import. Okay, so once you import the object and you drag it out, you'll see that it's pretty huge compared to the scaling of the character and the vehicle. So Unreal Engine is in centimeters and Blender is in meters. So in order to fix the scaling, you can just do it in here. You'd scale it down to say a 1/10 and then it'll turn into this size. It seems pretty good for a character. But what people do in Blender is they scale it down in Blender using the sidebar. So this is the original scale. And then you could scale it down to wherever you want, mostly in 1/10 increments. You can import the character mesh into here and use that for your reference. We're going to keep this video very simple, just showing you how to get the FBX into Unreal. And I can make further videos on how to proper scaling. But there's always a fix. You could just scale it down in here and it'll be fine. But one thing to know is you do not want to scale on one side because that would mess everything up. You want to make sure you click on the white and scale up and down so everything is still the same. And yeah, so you scale it down in game and it'll be completely fine. But once I make a video going over how to completely navigate through Blender, then we'll go over scaling and proper sizing. So that's basically it. Bringing in custom assets from Blender into Unreal Editor. Very simple. All it is just making your object in Blender and then downloading it as an FBX and then dragging the FBX into your content drawer and it all saves. Now you can add materials to your objects, and if you make one material, it usually works for all. So you just drag it on, material there, material there. If you have a material, you want to click import all instead of just import when you first import it into your content drawer. But yeah, very simple. I know this video did not go in depth about proper scaling and proper keys and everything. I just want to show you guys how to get the FBX into here. Now, same goes for models found online. If you go to Sketchfab or wherever you go for your models, you download the FBX and just drag it in and you're done. You drag it into your scene and you're good to go. I just don't really see a reason to do a whole video. It's kind of pretty straightforward. You just download it and drag it in. But if people do want one, I'll make one. It'll be really quick to make. But I just want to make a very simple video from Blender to Unreal. I will be making more in-depth Blender videos where I will do a complete process on how to make stuff in Blender and then export them into Unreal. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know I didn't go in depth with some certain details which are important. I just want to get the basics out of the way so you guys could learn and maybe even teach yourself how to do certain things and search online, because knowing how to do something is important, but you're not going to know how to do everything. So knowing how to find certain information is just as important as knowing how to do it. It doesn't matter what you know, it matters who you know. So if you know who to go to help you with something that you have no idea what to do, then you're good to go. You follow a tutorial, you learn, you do it a couple times, and you're good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what you know, because nobody's perfect. No one knows everything. And all that matters is you're learning, progressing, and learning new things every day. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will be posting a bunch more videos this week. And once again, make sure to join the Discord server. We got a nice little community in there. It's not just a server for a fan page or whatever for me. I'll make a nice big community, have challenges. If you join now, I'll give you an OG role where you'll get special perks in the future. And yeah, thank you guys once again for 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next video.